Snapshot of Science with Morgan.
Buoyancy is an upward force exerted by a fluid that opposes the weight of an immersed object.
Did you know?
Bodies are mostly water, so a person's density is fairly close to that of water. Because of this, an average person needs only about 7 to 12 pounds of additional buoyancy to float.
Consider the following. A ping pong ball and a golf ball have about the same volume, but the golf ball weighs much more and is denser than the ping pong ball. When the ping pong ball is dropped into a bucket of water, it displaces very little water, and the air inside is much lighter than the weight of the water it displaced. The buoyant force from below keeps the ping pong ball afloat. On the other hand, when the solid golf ball is dropped into the water pushes up on it with a force equal to the weight of the water it displaced. The ball weighs more than the amount of water it displaced and will sink. Next example. The tennis ball easily displaces as much water as it weighs, and it ends up floating. A tennis ball cut in half floats higher than the full tennis ball because it doesn't weigh as much. It sinks until it displaces as much water as it weighs and then floats. Third example. In this case, the rock is heavier than the water polo ball, so it sinks. Archimedes' principal equation. Archimedes' principle describes the relationship between the buoyant force and the volume of the displaced fluid, but also the density of the displaced fluid. Simple buoyant force diagram. Way cool scientist.
Hi, I'm Morgan and I'm here with Tony Crenshaw, former water polo player and master swimmer. So Tony, how old are you?
I'm 51.
What do you do for a living?
I'm a firefighter, but back in school I played water polo and I was on the swim team.
Interesting. How does buoyancy affect your career?
Buoyancy allows me to stay afloat on the surface of the water. This makes swimming much easier, which in turn helps me when I play water polo.
A brief history of Archimedes.
Archimedes got in a bathtub and it overflowed. He realized he could figure out how much volume things have and how much space things take up if he knew how much water they displaced when they sink.
Buoyant Sounds Records presents. Object floating in the deep dark pool. Medium-sized surface area, sink or float. While you float, surface area determines if you sink or stay. Objects floating in the deep dark pool. Volume determines what you'll do. Objects seen, what they will do, sink or stay. Objects float. Objects float on the water of a deep dark blue. Objects float. Objects float on the water of a deep dark pool. Objects floating in the deep dark pool. Medium surface area sink low.